You paid all this money for your cruise, so you want to make sure you make the most of your vacation. I have 13 tips on how to get the most out of your next cruise vacation. Ahoy travelers, it's Amy here to help you make your travel experience a success. Number 1, research before booking. The key to getting the most out of your vacation begins before you even book your cruise. There are so many different cruise lines and destinations to choose from, and knowing which one is right for you is an important step in making sure you enjoy your cruise. Not every line is for every person. Read reviews, gather information about what different lines are known for, and gather information about amenities, dining options, and onboard activities. Number 2, book excursions early. While there are definitely people out there who book cruises especially to experience a specific ship, sometimes cruisers never even get off the ship. However, for most people, the ports are just as important as the ship, so you want to make sure you do your research on what you want to do while at port. Is it a location that lends itself to exploration, or should you book an excursion, and if so, which one, and should you book it with the cruise line or an independent tour group? There's a lot to decide, and for me, this is one of the fun parts of planning a cruise. I suggest making sure you have your excursions booked at least minimum 3 months out. But it's important to know that popular cruise line excursions sell out quickly, so it's best to book them as soon as they become available. Number 3, pack wisely. Making sure that you have packed all the essentials for your cruise is important. There are lots of lists out there with items that can help you with your cruise experience, especially when it comes to small cruise cabins. However, making sure you have the right clothing for the locations that you will be visiting, along with medications and travel documents, is super important. Check your cruise line for prohibited items as well. Number 4, arrive a day early. One of the biggest mistakes new cruisers make is flying or driving into the departure port the day of the cruise. There's just too much that can happen to gamble on making it to the port on time, from flight delays to major traffic jams. Unless you live within a few hours of the port, you're going to want to get a hotel and come in the day before for peace of mind. If you're flying internationally, I would recommend 2 days. Number 5, download cruise apps. Most cruise lines have apps nowadays, and you will want to download the app prior to getting on the ship while you have good free internet. Apps will allow you to easily access the daily schedules, maps, reservation services, communication features, and more. Number 6, explore onboard activities. Take advantage of the ship's entertainment, shows, and activities. Check the daily schedule for events you don't want to miss. Knowing what is available on board is essential to getting the most out of your cruise. Number 7, taste the food. Cruise lines will have all kinds of foods for you to try out, so be sure to make the most of it. The main dining room and buffets are classics, but most lines will also have other included restaurants to try out, along with specialty dining if you're willing to pay extra for a gourmet experience. Number 8, be on time. Just because you are on vacation doesn't mean you can be late for things. While many aspects of cruising aren't on a timeline, things like dining and shows very much adhere to a schedule. If you show up to your scheduled dining time too late, you will most likely be turned away. If you show up to shows and events late, you may find it hard to get a good seat, or a seat at all. Not to mention, you're disturbing others as you attempt to locate a seat. Number 9, connect with fellow passengers. Join onboard activities and meet fellow passengers. Don't be afraid to talk to strangers. Cruise is a good way to make new friends. I've made many over the years. Take advantage of social media and join the Facebook group for your sailing. If there isn't one, consider starting one yourself. These groups will usually host events to meet each other, and you will usually find lots of good information about the ship and what to expect as well. Well, we have 4 more hacks to get through, but before we do, if you enjoy this video and maybe even learned something, consider subscribing with the notification bell on so you don't miss any future posts. Be sure to hit that like button as well. It only takes a second, and doing so helps cruisers like you find us. Number 10, be mindful of motion sickness. If you've never been on a cruise before, be sure to be prepared for possible motion sickness, especially if you are susceptible to it in other situations like riding in cars. Most cruise ships are large enough with plenty of stabilization that seasickness isn't a problem for the majority of cruisers unless traversing like rough seas or stormy seas. However, it is important to bring preventative measures like sea bands, patches, and medication just to have on hand. I don't get seasick, but I still bring Dramamine just in case. You can also bring some ginger candy, grab a green apple from the buffet, or ask for some ginger ale or ginger beer from the bar. Ginger beer is non-alcoholic, by the way. All these can help settle your stomach. Number 11, capture memories. No matter what you choose to do on your cruise, and there are a lot of options, don't forget to capture those memories. Whether you choose to get your photos taken by the photographers on the cruise ship, whether you bring your own camera or you use your phone, you're going to want to make sure you at least snap a few photos to look back on. Be sure you don't spend your whole vacation looking through a lens though. Number 12, know your cabin amenities. Depending on your cabin level and loyalty level, cruisers will have varying amenities that they can expect in their cabin. If you're not sure what is available to you, be sure to ask your cabin steward. And finally, number 13, relax and unplug. Don't schedule yourself so much that you forget that you're on vacation. You should spend some time completely unwinding and relaxing. I find that sea days and beach days are great for this. If you're new to cruising, I hope you found these tips helpful. Which one did you find the most helpful though? Let me know. If you're a seasoned cruiser, what additional tips would you give new cruisers to help them make the most of their cruise experience? Drop your comments below. Are you ready for more information on cruising? Well, why not stick around and check out this video and then come back for more information designed to help you have an amazing cruise. Have a blessed week, everyone.